So hi guys, I am Clarissa J. Ibia from STEM 11 Alpha and I am here to present and discuss what is chemical reaction in its type. So what is chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is a process in which one or more substances, the reactants, are converted to one or more different substances which we call the products. Substances are either chemical elements or compounds. A chemical reaction rearranges the constituent atoms of the reactants to create different substances as the product. So, as we now know what chemical reaction is, we can now go to its type and give some example about it. So, the first reaction that I will give is synthesis reaction. A synthesis reaction or direct combination is a type of chemical reaction in which two or more simple substances combine to form a more complex product. The reactants may be elements or compounds, while the product is always a compound. The general form of a synthesis reaction is A plus B yields to AB. That means one substance or element plus one substance is equal to a compound as the product. So here are some examples of a synthesis reaction. Hydrogen plus oxygen is equal to hydrogen oxide or water. The next one is carbon oxide plus oxygen is equal to carbon dioxide. The next one, another is aluminum plus oxygen is equal to aluminum oxide. Another type of a chemical reaction is the opposite of a synthesis reaction is a decomposition or analysis reaction. In this type of reaction, the reactants break down into simpler components. A telltale sign of this reaction is that you have one reactant but multiple products. The basic form or the general form of a decomposition reaction is AB yields to A plus B. Breaking water into its element is a simple example of a decomposition, which is water yields to A hydrogen plus oxygen. Another example of decomposition is lithium carbonate into its oxide and carbon. Another reaction is a single replacement or single displacement reaction. One uncombined element replaces another in a compound or trades places with it. The general form of a single displacement is A plus BC yields to AC plus B. The single replacement reaction is easy to recognize as element plus compound yields to compound plus elements. It's vice versa. So the reaction between zinc and hydrochloric acid to form hydrogen gas and zinc chloride is an example of a single replacement reaction. Another example in the single displacement is copper sulfate yields to copper plus ferrous sulfate. It is because in this reaction, the highly reactive iron replaces the copper in copper sulfate by giving up 2 electrons and get oxidized and form a new compound called the ferrous sulfate. Another chemical reaction is a double displacement. In a double replacement or displacement reaction, the anions and cations of the reactants trade places with each other to form a new compounds. In these double displacements, it is just like a single displacement reaction, except two elements replace two other elements or trade places. In the chemical reaction, the basic form of a double displacement is AB plus CD yields to AB plus CD. In reaction between sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide to form a sodium sulfate and water is an example of a double displacement. The last one is a combustion. A combustion reaction is a type of redox reaction in which a combustible material combines with an oxidizer to form oxidized product and generate heat exothermic reaction. Usually, in a combustion reaction, Oxygen combines with another compound to form carbon dioxide and water. An example of a combustion reaction is the burning of naphthalene. Sometimes, chemical reaction may be dangerous to our naked eyes, but it fits really well to amaze us when we discover it. There are countless reactions that we can discover, but they can be grouped into those basic categories that I explained earlier. So, this is the end of my video. I hope this video will help you to understand more about chemical reaction and its type.